And here we go. Time for the weekly edition of Raw. We're live from Miami, Florida. And boy, do we got a great episode of Raw here for you tonight. And now we're gonna have a 10-second promo from Eric Bischoff because I accidentally forgot. Well, because I forgot to make this promo into like a 20 to show the picture for like 20 or 30 seconds. I accidentally made it 10. But yeah, anyway, Bischoff making a promo on of how the Hard Boys wanted a challenge last week. They asked him for a challenge last week. And so he gave them a challenge in the Brood, and he put the Hard Boys up to a matchup against the Brood in a 3-on-2 handicap matchup, and of course the Brood won that one. And well, tonight he puts them in a handicap matchup again against the Brood once more, this time for the Raw Tag Team Championships. As we go by match card here tonight, we got Goldberg versus m.v.p, and before that we got thinking SmackDown for a second. We got Sami Zayn and Alberto. Then we got Roman Reigns going solo. He is not going to be having a tag team matchup along with his tag team partner Bobby Lashley here tonight. He's going to be going solo against your WWE champion, who won it in the vacant WWE title matchup against Sami Zayn last week, CM Punk. And later on tonight, in your main event, that's going to be the only matchup that we're going to play. While the other one's going to be simulated. We got Sami, callihan, The Miz, Batista, Shinsuke Nakamura, Magnus, and AJ Styles in a 6-way to the death match. Whoever knocks out who first will become your number one contender for the Intercontinental title and will face off against Apollo Crews at Over the Limit. And who will become your champions, your Raw Tag Team champions, here tonight. Brood or Hardy Boys. And it will be the Hardy Boys. They prevail. Second time will be a charm for them as they defeat the Brood. It is now tied 1-1 apiece. Will we have the Brood versus the Hardy Boys again at Over the Limit just to see which team is better? We shall, of course, most eventually see. As we got Hardy Boys prevailing against the Brood, surprisingly. Now we got this man right here, Sami Zayn, the man who, well, he won one of those Fatal 4 matches in the first week of Raw. Of course, there was 2 Fatal 4 matches in the first week of Raw. Each one, the winners of those 2 Fatal 4 matches will face out against each other to see who will become your first WWE champion. The winner of the first Fatal 4 matchup was Sami Zayn. The winner of the second Fatal 4 matchup was CM Punk. They faced out against each other in the second week of Raw after, in which Punk won the matchup, and Punk is now your WWE champion. And so we got Sami Zayn with Alberto. This is, of course, a power rankings matchup. Can Zayn get back on track, or will the Real just get in the mind of Zayn, and it's Sami Zayn picks up a victory against the Alberto. And now we got Goldberg versus m.v.p. Of course, Goldberg dominant showing on week 1 of Raw. I don't believe he was on the week 2 episode. No, he was not. But he was in the week 1 episode in which he absolutely demolished. I'm checking back on it. He absolutely demolished Damon Sandown, and that was the week 2 edition of Raw. He wasn't on week 1, he was on week 2. Of course, Damon Sandown inside that triple threat matchup for the Intercontinental versus Apollo Crews and Tyson Kidd in week 1 episode of Raw. That I do not recommend you watching the whole week 1 episode of Raw. Well, at least part 1 of it, because the audio got messed up. And it didn't record my voice. And I was talking for a long while there, so I just stood there at the menu. Anyway, Goldberg defeats m.v.p. I do not recommend watching part 1 of week 1 of Raw. For the Revolution thing, I do not. So don't watch that triple threat. Did not have my audio. Anyway, going back to character here. So now we got Reigns and CM Punk Nation. Roman Reigns decided that he would try and go solo here tonight. Wasn't too happy with his whole performance with Bobby Lashley versus the Hardy Boys on week 1 of Raw. As the Hardy Boys did beat them. And now, Hard Boys, your tag champions. I see right there, Roman Reigns. He defeats your WWE champion, CM Punk. Now, this could only mean 2 things. Or it could mean 3. Reigns versus Punk at Over the Limit. Reigns versus Zayn and Punk at Over the Limit. Or was just a one-off, and we have a different number contender for the WWE title. Anyway, CM Punk, not much of a dominant WWE champion so far, but it was Roman Reigns. As we now go into your main event here, 6-man to the death matchup. Like I said before, your participants, AJ Styles, Shinsuke Nakamura, The Miz, Batista, Sami, callihan, and Magnus. Whoever KOs each other first wins. So there's not going to be an elimination where whoever KOs our person, they get eliminated, and then it just keeps going on until there's one person who has not been KO'd. No, it's not going to be like that. It's going to be whoever KOs who first will win the matchup. For example, let's say This could happen or not. Let's say Nakamura KOs AJ Styles. Like, let's say the Plunja KO'd AJ Styles right now. Then Nakamura will win, and no one else will win. Basically, whoever the referee thinks is KO first, or whoever actually is KO'd first, will be losing participant. But then again, so will everyone else. You get what I'm trying to say. So anyway, I got to be putting my money on The Miz and Magnus. They easily got the better heel attitude. Let's see here, Magnus pulls off Fisherman suplex straight to Batista. Now Sami Callihan doing a stupid move against The Miz. No one tries to aim after The Miz. Okay, never mind. But then again, we got a whole lot of overrated superstars here. Well, we got a whole lot of great superstars, but superstars that get way too many opportunities. We got Nakamura, we got Styles. Now, ladies and gentlemen, if you personally asking me, I feel like either The Miz or Magnus are most worthy for winning this matchup and defeating Apollo Crews to become the current champion. Seemed like I felt like Damien Sandown was the right person to win the matchup. Seemed like I felt like Big Cass was the right person to defeat AJ Styles. Well, either Big Cass or Magnus was the right person to defeat AJ Styles in that triple threat matchup. As here, The Miz finds trophy. That is now his trophy. And has to see AJ Styles. What disrespect to The Miz. But now The Miz using his trophy against the head and back of The Miz. The Miz doing that to The Miz? No. The Miz doing that to Styles. My bad. The Miz randomly found the trophy on the floor. I guess it's his now. The A-lister. Doing everything that he can. And that is what makes The Miz such a smart heel persona and attitude. Reasons like this as he nails Skull Crush finale. Styles into steel steps. He's gonna try it again, and yes, he does. This time it breaks it down. My God, ladies and gentlemen, Miz so close to KO and Styles. Imagine what bragging rights Miz will have if he does it too. Basically, anyway, imagine if he does it to our Batista or Sami Callihan. Imagine if Magnus does that to Batista or Sami Callihan. Of course, Batista and Sami Callihan, the two most dominant men in this matchup. Now, some people might say that it's not right to have Sami Callihan in this matchup as he hasn't even had a match. This is basically his debut. Then again, there's going to be a whole lot of superstars' debuts in the upcoming weeks. Now, of course, Nakamura, Styles, Magnus, Miz, Batista, they already had their matches in the past week of Raw. Sami Callihan has not, and he's already getting a title opportunity at the Intercontinental. That's, of course, if he does win this matchup. It's anybody's ball game. We could either have Styles, we could either have Nakamura, we could have Callihan, we could have Magnus, we could have Batista, or we could have Miz win off this matchup. I see Sami Callihan nails spin, heel kick, oh, and Styles jumps off top rope with the 450 splash. Sure, SmackDown. Well, at least SmackDown will say that they have the better wrestling talent, but we got AJ Styles and we got Shinsuke Nakamura. Now, while I will not let these guys, little kissing up to the fans, face persona attitude, with them being baby faces, you gotta respect their wrestling ability. But I will not respect them choosing to kiss up to the fans. With men such like Styles, Nakamura, Callihan, and Batista, which makes Miz and Magnus my favorites for this matchup. As Nakamura crashes and burns to the outside. Now Miz trying to face against Batista. I'm not gonna lie, this is somewhat of a dumb move by Miz. I don't want the Miz's face to get pounded in. Now apparently Batista rolls out of the ring. And Miz missed the double X handle. That was kind of bad. What's the A-lister doing? As Nakamura acting like an idiot. Miz and Magnus definitely the most smartest man in here. They're going to use any sneaky tactic they could to ultimately win this matchup. Now, of course, like I said, Miz or Magnus, they deserve to be Intercontinental Champion by now. They don't even deserve to be number contenders. They deserve to be handed over the towel. But, ladies and gentlemen, what? Well, Miz just suplexed Styles, and apparently that's a KO. The referee calls that Styles is knocked out. Well, Miz did give him a Skull Crusher finale to the steel steps twice, and he did him with the trophy multiple times to back the head. Ladies and gentlemen, hallelujah, The Miz is your number one contender for the Intercontinental title as we now fade to black. But that is, well, I guess that's your episode of Raw. That's the week 3 edition of Raw. And we got The Miz as your number one contender for the Intercontinental Championship. He'll face off against Apollo Crews at Order Limit. We're going to mostly probably have Hardy Boys versus The Brood rematch at Order Limit for the Raw Tag Team titles. And we'll see where CM Punk's WWE title reign goes from. If we're going to have Punk versus Reigns or not. That is the Week 3 edition of Raw. And ladies and gentlemen, greatness is now your number one contender for the Intercontinental title. Greatness, The Miz, is now your number one contender for the Intercontinental title. Apollo Crews, he better watch out because The Miz is going to be coming for him. We shall see how Apollo Crews will most likely probably respond to this next week. Anyway, thank you guys for watching the Week 3 edition of Raw. Next one will be your Week 3 edition of ECW.